All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to take apart a masterclass in minimalist horror. It's a short script that creates just maximum terror using almost nothing. And it all kicks off with one single, simple line. That's it. That's how it begins. It's mundane, right? It's familiar. And that's exactly what makes it so incredibly creepy. This very simple, everyday thing is the first step in a masterclass on how to build fear. So let's break down exactly how this script, The Last Call, manages to turn something so ordinary into something absolutely horrifying. So in this first part, we're not just going to feel the scares, we're going to deconstruct them. We're going to look at the blueprint, the actual architecture of fear, to really get our heads around the how behind the horror. This is the central puzzle we're going to solve together. I mean, the script gives us almost nothing to go on. No monster, no elaborate backstory, really just a phone and a dark room. And yet, it is just profoundly unsettling. So, how does it pull it off? Okay, so the script's greatest weapon, its biggest trick, is what it doesn't tell us. It builds all of its terror by leaning into one of our most basic, fundamental fears, the fear of the unknown. This slide shows it perfectly. Look at the left column. The script gives us a tiny, concrete detail, an unknown number, silence on the phone, a door creaking open. But these are just prompts, you know? They're like empty boxes that our own minds rush to fill with the absolute worst possibilities, all the stuff you see on the right. The horror gets personal because we're the ones creating it. And this just nails the point home. The scariest possible answer to hello isn't some big threat. It's nothing, just silence. But then the script adds one tiny detail, the sound of wet breathing. And all of a sudden, that silence isn't empty anymore. It's occupied. It feels predatory. That void now has a presence. So here's the key takeaway. The script literally weaponizes absence. By refusing to tell us what the threat is, it forces us to project our own deepest fears onto it. It doesn't give us a monster. It turns our own imagination into the monster. And that's always going to be scarier than anything an author could dream up. All right, so we've got the fear of the unknown covered. Now let's look at the next layer, how the script uses really precise, powerful language to psychologically mess with both the character and, well, us. Ah, man, this line is just pure genius. It's not describing a monster, it's a command. It's a psychological trigger that takes a completely neutral space, the area right behind you, and instantly makes it feel like the most dangerous place in the world. I mean, think about it. The second you hear, "Don't look behind you," what's the one thing you are desperate to do? You want to look behind you. The line just plants an idea that does all the heavy lifting. The script doesn't need to show us a thing. It's just placed a monster directly in our minds, lurking just out of sight. And just as the character is trying to process that command, the script escalates. The threat moves from this disembodied voice to a text message, and by doing that, it hijacks a modern, familiar, and really personal way we all communicate. So the crucial thing here is this complete violation of a safe space. A bedroom, right? That's supposed to be the ultimate place of privacy and safety. And now, it's not secure at all. The threat isn't just on the phone anymore, it has eyes on the character. The sanctuary has become a trap. And that line between being an observer and being a victim, it's just completely gone. Okay, now for the final act. We've seen how the script uses the unknown, and we've seen how it uses direct suggestion. Now let's see how it puts those two things together to build a perfectly paced, absolutely terrifying climax. Just look at this progression. It's a perfect rhythm of tension and release. So the door opens, peak tension. But then, nothing's there. That's the false relief. The script lets us breathe out, it lets our guard down, and that's when it strikes again. First with another warning, and then with the final horrifyingly intimate attack. And this is the callback that lands the final punch. That warning that was once a psychological trick is now repeated. But this time, it's not a message on a phone. The source is much, much closer. And this is what is so brilliant. The script denies us a visual payoff. We never actually see the monster. The climax is all about sound, not sight. A whisper right behind the ear. That's an incredible violation of personal space. It's intimate, it's inescapable, and honestly, it's far more terrifying than any CGI monster could ever be. So, what are the big lessons here? We've taken this script apart, and now we can put together the main takeaways. And these aren't just things to notice, they are actual tools for any creator out there who wants to build suspense. These are basically the four pillars of this script's success. First, it starts with something familiar to ground the fear in our reality. Second, it implies everything and shows nothing, which forces us to participate. Third, it uses sound and the lack of sound to create this incredibly unnerving atmosphere. And finally, it controls the rhythm of the whole thing perfectly. These are the rules for creating fear out of thin air. Ultimately, The Last Call leaves us with this one question, doesn't it? By refusing to show us its monster, it proves that the most terrifying things aren't born in special effects studios. They're born in the dark, silent corners of our own imagination.